It was a rainy Friday night, and four friends, Mia, Jordan, Leo, and Zoe, were on a Roblox call trying to find a game to play. Let's try something spooky, Jordan suggested, grinning through the webcam. Mia scrolled through the game list and found one called Haunted Hide and Seek. The thumbnail was a black and white image of a shadowy figure lurking behind a tree. Only 3 people had played it, and the description simply read, "Do you dare to hide? Forever?" Zoe giggled nervously. Probably just another cheap jump scare game. "Let's do it," Leo said. "What's the worst that could happen?" They all clicked join. The game loaded slowly. A chill ran through Mia's spine as her screen filled with a foggy forest, moonlight filtering through twisted trees. Their avatars spawned at the edge of a clearing. A voice crackled through their headsets, though no one had typed it. "Welcome, players. Hide or be found." The friends exchanged uneasy glances. "Did one of you type that?" Jordan asked. "No," Zoe whispered. A countdown began. 10, 9, 8. "Quick, split up and hide," Leo yelled. Mia sprinted through the fog, finding a hollow log to crouch inside. She could see Leo's avatar dart behind a tree. The timer hit 0. A low growl echoed through the forest. "I see you," a distorted voice hissed. Suddenly, Leo's avatar froze. A shadowy figure, tall and formless, rose from the ground and reached out. The screen glitched. Leo's voice crackled in the call. "Guys, I can't move." Then silence. "Leo?" Mia shouted, but his screen name had vanished from the player list. "Guys, this is messed up," Zoe whimpered. "This isn't funny anymore." Jordan's voice was panicked. Log out now." But when they tried, their screens flickered with the message, "You can't leave." A sudden scream filled Mia's headphones. She turned her avatar just in time to see Jordan's figure being dragged into the fog by the shadowy monster. His screen name disappeared too. Zoe's sobs filled the headset. "Mia, I'm scared." Mia's heart raced. "We have to beat the game. Maybe then we can leave?" She ran through the twisted forest, but every path led her back to the clearing. The shadowy figure waited there, its eyes glowing red. "You shouldn't have played," it whispered, voice like nails on glass. Zoe's avatar appeared beside Mia's, frozen in place. The shadow loomed closer, reaching for them both. Mia felt cold air on her neck, like the game had come alive. The screen glitched. Her avatar's eyes went black. A final message appeared, "Game over. Welcome to my world." The call disconnected. Mia's computer screen turned black. Her reflection stared back at her, but in the reflection, her eyes glowed red. And in the darkness of her room, she heard the shadow's voice one last time, "You can't leave, ever." Mia ripped off her headphones, her heart pounding against her ribs like a trapped bird. She stared at the darkened computer screen, her reflection staring back, her eyes still an unnatural red in the darkness. Then a giggle echoed in the room, not her giggle. Startled, Mia whirled around. There in the corner, silhouetted by the faint moonlight seeping through her window, stood Zoe's teddy bear. It was grinning, and she could have sworn it moved. She shook her head, blinking back tears. Maybe she was just exhausted. It had been a long week, a relentless cycle of school, homework, and late-night gaming. Plus, that storm outside was starting to freak her out. Taking a deep breath, she told herself it was just a game. Nothing more. But as she reached for the power button, a new message popped up on her screen. It wasn't from the game. It was from Zoe. "You got any snacks? I'm coming over. We're gonna beat this stupid game together." Mia stared at the message, her blood turning to ice. Zoe couldn't possibly be here. Not tonight. Not ever. She was hundreds of miles away. Shaking, she sent a reply. "What are you doing? You're not here. How can you send me a message?" Minutes ticked by, each one an eternity. Then a knock sounded at her window. Gasping, Mia flung the curtains aside. Outside, huddled on her window seat, was Zoe. But how? How was she here? And why? As if reading Mia's mind, Zoe mouthed, "Don't ask questions, just let me in." Fear warred with concern in Mia's chest. She unlatched the window and Zoe slipped inside. "But how? How did you get here?" Mia whispered, her voice trembling. "It doesn't matter," Zoe said urgently. "We need to get back in the game." "I thought you didn't want to play anymore," Mia stammered, backing away. "I don't," Zoe hissed. "But I can't move. I'm stuck here and whatever's in that game is after me." Her normally bright eyes were wide and dark with terror. Mia wanted to believe her friend was just messing with her, but looking into those pleading eyes, she knew Zoe was genuinely frightened, and besides, she felt terrible. She knew she should have logged off, but she had hoped to find a way to save Leo and Jordan. Maybe there was still time. Her hand trembled as she opened her laptop. "Are you sure about this, Zoe?" she asked. "Yes," Zoe whispered, pressing close to Mia's shoulder. "Please help me." Taking a deep breath, Mia joined the game once more. As she entered the lobby, a single message greeted her. "Welcome back, Mia. Your friends are waiting." Below that, 2 names were crossed out, Jordan and Leo. Nervously, Mia stepped into the foggy forest. The same chilling voice echoed around her. "So glad you could join us. Now let's play." Then Mia saw them. 2 figures stood by the twisted trees, their backs to her. One was small, she recognized Zoe's signature pink backpack. The other was taller, Jordan. But something was wrong. Very wrong. Both of them were missing their heads. They stood there silently, their headless bodies swaying gently in the breeze. Mia felt a chill crawl up her spine. Then the heads rolled toward her. A gurgling sound filled the air as Jordan's head, or what was left of it, spoke. "Guess who wants to play another round?" Its voice was a horrifying mix of static and flesh grinding on bone. Behind him, Zoe's head chimed in, its voice dripping with a mocking cheer. "Aren't you glad we could join you, Mia? We wouldn't miss the fun for the world." Hope flickered within Mia. If this was a game, if she just kept playing, maybe she could reach the end. Maybe she could free Zoe and Jordan. But before she could move, a pair of disembodied hands clamped over her mouth, dragging her down into the undergrowth. She struggled against them, kicking and screaming, but they pulled her deeper into the shadows. Then she heard Jordan's raspy voice right beside her ear. "You can't escape us now." The last thing May saw before the darkness consumed her was Zoe's head grinning down at her, its eyes burning with an eerie green light. When the sun finally peeked through the clouds the next morning, casting a golden glow over Mia's bedroom, her computer was still on. On the screen, a single message blinked. "Thanks for playing. Come back soon." But no one was coming back. Later that day, 2 worried police officers stood outside Mia's house. They knocked on the door, but no one answered. They tried the handle. It was unlocked. Inside, the room was in complete darkness. The curtains were drawn tight, shutting out the sunlight. On the bed lay a teddy bear, its fur matted and one eye hanging loose. Beside it, a mobile phone vibrated, displaying a message from Zoe, "I'm coming over. Don't ask questions." Outside, a lone figure stood by the window. It was Zoe, her face pale and drawn, her eyes vacant. She smiled sadly. "I think we finally found them," she whispered, her voice flat and emotionless. "But it's too late now. They're mine forever." With that, she stepped back, vanishing into the shadows. And as the police cautiously entered the darkened room, a chill wind swept through the house, rustling the curtains despite there being no open windows.